Okay, so I got the plastic sleeve off. Man. Back cover with the outers and Chibiusa and Chibi Moon. Our side, which I think that's all on. Nope, that is actually English. Well, as hard. I can see it that way. I don't know if I can get it on there or not. Oh, there you go. There you go. So, yeah. That's definitely the back. This is all Japanese. I already know from watching. I'm going to try to link her video in here so you guys can check that out too. That's from the, I'm going to say the store. I'm trying to make sure I don't overdo the crease. I don't know what that is. I don't know exactly what that is. I'll keep it in here as a place marker. There is some work I'm actually looking. So I have a feeling on our next box set that they make, these cars will be part of it. I'm actually looking for a certain piece of art. I remember this. I remember I had it saved on my computer before it got a bug. Let's see on the artwork. Maybe that's what it is I'm thinking of. Somebody sold her out. Because I remember this piece here. That's what's starting to remind me of. I think somebody must have somehow edited out Mature and had her just by herself there in the piece I'm seeing. That's what I'm trying to look for, is a solo piece of her. Got some of these I know, like the old inserts. Alright, this was something you could buy at the store. The earlier pieces. Yeah, because I remember that in the first volume. Yeah. I'm not going to go and show the whole book, by the way. I'm just looking for some familiar pieces. Yeah, that one I remember. I think that was one of the covers we had. I'm looking for one I want to show off, because it was the first manga, full Japanese manga I picked up. Okay, that's something good. Yeah, I remember a lot of this artwork being online back in the day. Especially this piece here, Ray Maniko. Rope biggest. That looks like would be a paper fan. It is funny how they did get all these in here. I remember this being a one big issue. All this down here was big things. I know they did also in Sailor V. Yeah, that was a cover I remember from Mixine used back in the day. That was her in a cape. Oh, see, there's one of the first images. I don't remember ever seeing that image before in my life. It's the inners. Well, you know, it's me, it's her master's shoes. I've never seen that before. But then I remember seeing a picture going around. Monique, yeah, it was Sailor Venus, anime style. That's a classic Amy picture I've seen a lot of. Some of the mini story covers. I know the Ray one there is definitely one. Classic beachwear. This I know, I've seen this a lot. That is a classic image. Right here. Gotta be careful with that dust jacket. R works. Some of those. I'm trying not to mess this up. Some of the books from the R saga, or artwork covers. This classic one I think was a cover as well. I know somebody recently made this a pin too. And this up here. This was probably like one of those little gatefold posters back in the day. Chibi artwork. Solo pieces here. And I'm trying to make sure I don't really have the mind out of whack. I can't see them too well. This I know because somebody else's video. I think it was Brooks. That was a piece at the store, or what was it, the museum? Going around, it was a all new piece. I don't want to butcher her name. Let's just say that, but it was one she drew new. I'll make sure I get all the pages too correctly. Come on, where is that one? What is all that? You mean tell me I'm not gonna find that one even though I'm in the S? There it is. That was the cover of the first manga I ever picked up. That wasn't a Viz Comics. That was on the cover. Let's see, that might be the one that had me mixed up. Because there was like a solo piece I remember. Because it was something I imagined for writing. Yeah, these I know. I expect big time these will be in the, I was showing them already, but these will probably be some of the art cards you get in the box set number 2 of the manga. I can see those actually happening. The Sarah Stone, Super. Yeah, the exam pieces are well known, especially this right here. I know I've seen that a lot. And the Kato Chan's one. This was still funny because I cannot believe Mineko not herself wrote that line. It goes, Ray, do you ever fart out loud? I'm like, what the fuck? I did the biggest spit take of my life when I heard that. Let's see if I can find this one image. Okay, so yes, we're getting into because they had their cosmic upgrades. So yeah, let's get in the stars area and cosmos. They had some eternal looks. The image I'm thinking of, I swear it was a solo piece. That was one I liked too. It was weird to see some of the characters, with the long hair, or the hair up and down. That was always a nice little piece. You got little Chibi's Taro. I'm just looking to see, I hope the guy in my brain, but that was a legit piece I'm thinking of, not somebody. Yeah, one of the ones. Oh. Boy, that image made that for. That had to be what it was. So I'm gonna find a solo picture of her. Okay, looks like everybody in their cop. You know, eternal looks. For a casual outfit. All the artwork. That was a recent work right here. I know I've seen. I think they just did the. That was an almond. Yeah, a nut. It sounds weird. I know it sounds funny if anybody doesn't know, but it was a collab with a nut company, and they had this art. I think this artwork was on there. They retooled, and I think they had little acrylic stands as well. Well, that's a piece I know I've never seen before. Some of these here I know I've never seen, so this has to be like some special, because it has a Halloween. That's here's Satsuna and Amy, which I find funny because, yes, I write stories, and have Amy as a doctor, Satsuna volunteers. That's my other phone. I'm so glad I didn't have that sound effect when I went to see the Super Live. Okay, so here's some of the covers I don't know from the Eternal editions. So, okay, what I think I saw had to be that one loan. Somebody edited that out. I swear they must have did some extra work. Now, these are all, I know, new artwork. I just want to show this off a little bit. Yeah, that's from the skating musical. It's on this page. I know my lighting's not the best, but so what I'm thinking had to be that. I like that image there. These I know are part of the museum. I remember somebody's tour showing it, showing them with their planets. That's the cover artwork for this. There's some new artwork there too. Okay, so that had to be that. Merge pictures here in the back. I forget what the collab was there, but I think that's the last one they ended on. This is all like one big collab. I forget what the clothing company. You're not asking which, but it's okay. The thing I saw had to be that one image back here. I kept thinking it was something else though. Let's see, everyone's on. No, wait, that. No, what I remember, she was pouting. So something similar. This little chibi. Avatar. Haruka, where's she at? Right here. Something similar to this, but a lot bigger. That car I knew was gonna fall out. And she was in a dress. And I know, here I am just looking through. So it had to be that. It had to be this image. So it had to be this, and somebody edited it or something. Where Haruka was solo. I remember something, or they matched her style and did it. Shoot, that had me old funny moment. Yeah, I'm glad I picked this up, because there's a lot of stuff I don't even remember seeing, because I think it was all add-ins in the original run. It's so cool they actually did that in the animated style. This big old group image of everybody in this Galaxia piece. Yeah, I remember some of these, and some of these I don't. But man, that's why I'm glad. I don't care. Glad it was a perfect. Blah, my hands, I can't talk. That purchase, I'm glad I made. Yeah, that's my quick little thing. Okay, because I was looking through it for one specific image. If you can get this, I got it off Amazon. It's showing you that envelope was probably easier way, but it's worth getting. With tax, it came to about under $54 altogether, but it's worth it. I know you won't have the UPC codes or nothing, but I know a lot of people probably prefer that. Ooh, that's actually embossed a little bit. So is that? So is this a dust cover? Oh yes, it is a legit dust cover. So yeah, if you're curious, that's what it looks like without the dust cover. So yeah, remember that line, thanks to Back to the Future. Definitely worth getting. So yeah, I just gotta find that good spot. I might probably end up putting on with the rest of my manga for right now. That's all for this video, guys. Just wanted to show that off. I was trying to find a certain piece and could not find it exactly. I feel bad about that too, but hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy getting this. I hope we get another one with some of the current artwork. Old phone. That's some really neat artwork where you can actually tell the characters have aged. A lot of people are in denial for that kind of reason. At least to me, they look like they've aged. Maybe some of their newer work. It's a newer style. It definitely shows age progression on my book. Like in here, I think these also were acrylic stands at one time too. But that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I did not want to do what I thought. I was not going to do what everybody probably thought I was going to do there. Try to accord. I would not do that. Learn how to love, forget how to hate. It's called Raisonne Artbook from Crazy Train. Still a good song. Don't care what anybody says. I didn't want to get that way. Yeah, as he said, learn how to love, forget how to hate. To quote Caitlin over at Caitlin's Crass, I forgot what her original name was, but crap, I forgot how the line goes. It's not a, well, let's just say it's a hobby, not a competition. I'll just take a little spin, and I'll catch you on the next one.